What's up, guys? Welcome to the Morning Game & Watch Drop, episode 5.3 here. We're going to be talking about Sony E3 conference. This is Dominic Bannister, David Jarnigan right here to my left, and this is I, Robert, one of y'all's hosts. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of what is going to be dropping during the E3 conference of Sony. Now, I'm a Sony fanboy all the way. I think Xbox sucks. I think Nintendo is also queen. Now, what is your thoughts on what's going to happen in Sony?
Sony, so of course the big things are going to be their games. I don't think they're going to have a huge new hardware push. They might talk about, okay, we've upgraded VR some, we've done this, we've done that, but I think their big one is going to be software.
Yeah.
I think there will be probably Last of Us 2 details. I think that there will be, why am I blanking on it? But other just exclusives, just exclusive after exclusive after exclusive, where they're going to talk about all kinds of new software they're going to put out. I really do think that The Last of Us 2 is going to see, it, if Naughty Dog gets their own part, that'll be it. I think that's what they're going to show.
Yeah.
So.
Any thoughts from you?
Man, I'm going to be truthfully honest here. I don't know much about PlayStation. I was just going to sit here and listen to you and David because you guys are the experts on this. I'm way out of my depth.
Well, yeah, great input for Xbox, but shame on you for not knowing much about PlayStation. Now, what I think is going to happen is I don't think Last of Us is going to be shown here at all. I think if Sony is smart now, we know that they're not going to do it. They're going to show it, but my idea is I wish they didn't show it. Because we know, I think this game's going to come out in 2019.
Yeah.
So please give us some time, So I think they're going to do is they're going to come out right out the gates with Red Dead 2. I think that's how they're going to open up. I know they have some exclusivity stuff in there. We're going to see a little bit more of Destiny 2. I think we're going to see a little bit of Days Gone. We're going to see a little bit of Detroit Becoming Human. A little bit more, maybe like a different section of the game being played. Because I think that game's going to be coming out this year. Detroit Becoming Human, the makers of Heavy Rain. I don't know if you played that. And Beyond Two Souls. That was a pretty good game as well.
So why do you think Destiny 2 during Sony's conference, though?
So when Destiny came out, it had such a tight connection with Sony because Sony was pushing all its ads. And I think that's the same thing that's going on right now. Because I think there's certain DLC for, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Destiny 2, where certain DLC is going to come out for PlayStation first before they come out on Xbox. So I think because of the deal that they had back when Destiny 1 came out, I feel like it's smart that they do the same thing for Destiny 2.
I don't think that's going to be during Sony's conference.
Really?
Because Activision and EA get their own portion of it as well. So I don't think that Activision is going to be willing, since it's not exclusive. I don't think that Activision is going to be willing to say, all right, Sony, we're gonna do this during your time. I think Activision's gonna push that as their own because Destiny is one of their biggest games. I mean, Activision Blizzard has that in there, and even during their stockholder calls, that is a huge part of it. Is, hey, how many people do we have playing Destiny? How much money is Destiny pulling in? So I think that's gonna be Activision. And then Activision's also probably gonna do their Call of Duty and stuff.
You think Activision has their own conference?
They usually have their own time. Activision and EA both usually have their own time for software, and so it's not just those three. Those three are just the ones that wind up with it because they're the ones with the hardware. But even Bethesda has their own section. That's when they did the announcement for Fallout 4. That was at E3. And I think that's going to be during Activision's time.
I watched that on YouTube Live
when they do their thing. Yeah, Bethesda always does like some really.
Dude, they go all out.
Their announcements at like conferences are always just like incredibly well done. But anyway, off topic. Sony, I think is going to be all about the software. I think is going to be. I do think they're going to do The Last of Us 2. I think while they may not do a huge thing for it, I think there'll have to be some detail given where they start to. Maybe they don't show even like a technical demo, but they start talking about what The Last of Us 2 is going to be about.
Yeah.
Because, we know Elle's grown up. That's about it. We know something happened.
I mean, it could be it could be Neil Druckmann talking with Troy Baker popping in, Ashley Johnson popping in, a little bit of stock footage of them in their suits with a lot of marbles all over the face. Like I think that's what could be going on. Yeah. Sure, I can see that. I just hope they don't do a trailer. I hope not.
I don't think they'll wind up doing a trailer because the one that they just released is new enough still that I don't, unless they're going for a 2018 release. Which, I mean, I don't know. They could. I don't know how far along the game is in development. I mean, they just released that trailer a few months back, but they could be a lot farther in development than we think. And really, a sequel doesn't take as much work to build as an original in the first place. So...
Now, am I complaining if they show a trailer? God. Please show a
No,
trailer.
you're going to lose
God,
your mind.
don't show a trailer. Please show a trailer. Don't show one.
No, even if they do a trailer, I think that they'll be aiming for a 2018 release. If they do a technical demo, I think they'll definitely be aiming for a 2018.
Yeah.
If all they do is talk about it, which I think the fans want to know more about it, and E3 is the perfect place to do that. And during Sony's time is even better because that's one of those games that they have over Xbox and Microsoft just constantly loses out on. So I think it's totally possible. Maybe if they already have decided what's next for the Uncharted series, maybe Nathan Drake is done with, but if they're planning on continuing on with it some way, maybe there will be something along those lines. I doubt it. I think they're going to be...
Yeah.
If Naughty Dog is going to have a section in Sony, and it's going to be The Last of Us.
Well, so like I said, I think it's going to open up with Red Dead. I think it's going to end with Sucker Punch's new game, their new IP. In the middle, it's going to be sprinkled and with a little bit of some more of the Uncharted Lost Legacy. You're going to see a little bit of exclusive games that they have. Maybe we're going to finally see some of that Spider-Man game because they said it's going to come out this year.
Yeah.
And some other exclusives they have. Maybe we might see Gran Turismo finally. That's supposed to be coming out. And God knows, Hideo Kojima is going to freaking come out. Freaking dab on this one.
You know what?
Hideo Kojima's going to come out. Death Stranding. And you know what's going to happen?
You guys were
They're going to
talking
show
about
a trailer.
that. I wanted to
They're going to
ask you
show a
about that.
trailer, dude. They're going to show a trailer. It's going to be weird as heck, like all the other ones are.
Can I-
and it's going to
can I-
show Emma Stone, I think
Can I
that's what's going to
vlog
happen.
you? Can I get you on GoPro?
Please
when they
do.
do that? Because
Please
I
do.
want to see you tear up and cry. I want to see a tear.
Oh, dude, I'm going to cry.
I just want a gif
I
of you
literally
doing the rapid dab now.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that would be such a great boomerang. Right
Dude,
now.
I would love for them to bring out the Death Stranding trailer because they don't need to, man. They need to stop bringing out trailers for this
I would
game.
buy a PlayStation
But-
if they came out with that.
I guess,
If the trailer came out and it made me feel something, I would be like,
Dude, the first one
Alright,
came
sold.
out with Norman
Sold.
Reedus. I loved it. I mean, it's it's a graphical masterpiece. I think you don't even know what the heck's going on. Second one came out. Mads Mikkelsen is in it, with Guillermo del Toro's body being used as an asset in the game. And so the way Hideo Kojima works is that you kind of get an idea who's going to be in his stuff, or he hints at it, based off of the things he tweets. And so when we had an idea that Norman Reedus was going to come out in it, because he kept tweeting things about Norman Reedus. And then
Yeah.
he started tweeting a lot of things about Mads Mikkelsen. Mads Mikkelsen came out. He's been recently tweeting a lot about La La Land.
really?
And he's been saying that he's going to have a main female protagonist in this game.
You think
He's like a
Emma
big,
Stone is
and I
gonna
think
be
Emma
in
Stone's
there?
gonna be it. And if he did, dude, you got me Norman Reedus, got me Mads Mikkelsen, and you got freaking Emma Stone up here, dude. You got the Holy Trinity.
I mean,
bro.
I'm totally cool with it because I love Emma Stone.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Call me, please. Yeah. No, but I love Emma Stone, so I'm totally game for it. I'm not gonna lie. I know what you're talking about because I've seen the Death Stranding trailers. They're awesome. Not gonna lie. I was pretty freaking drunk when I saw them, though. So, I mean, there's already the normal level of I have no idea what's going on, but I was wasted and I had no idea what was going on. And I was just like, hey, I know that guy. When I saw Norman Reedus, I recognize him.
yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen, why is Hannibal Lecter in here? What's coming out of his pocket? No, go away.
But the thing is that supposedly Hideo Kojima said the whole story of the game is you can find what the story is about within those two trailers. There's Easter eggs in them. He's like, you just gotta find them.
That
And
deep,
so,
though?
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean...
And go online, dude. I literally wasted an
we
hour of my
wasted
life.
a month talking about
Yeah,
this
dude.
one time.
I wasted an hour of my night, dude, to sleep, and this guy was talking about Death Stranding for a whole hour, dude.
I watched that video.
Yeah, I think I sent you the link.
Yeah,
So
I watched that video.
so I think that's gonna be there. Obviously, Hideo Kojima, his name just screams money, so they're
Yeah.
gonna have him on there. They're probably gonna show some more graphical things that they added to the Horizon graphic engine, which is Decima engine. See that? I think we're gonna see another game called Hellblade. Other than that, yeah, I think we might see some games push for VR because they need to push VR, dude. They literally need to push VR.
Which, I'm going to take a step back from VR real quick. We'll be back to it. I also think that part of their time is going to be spent with Guerrilla. Talking about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Because I mean, they, like you were saying,
DLC
last podcast was, DLC's been talked about, but what all are the plans for Horizon Zero Dawn? What all are we going to get from it before they say, all right, Horizon Zero Dawn's done with, what's the next Horizon game? Because I really hope that Guerrilla got enough success off of Zero Dawn to say, okay, next one is going to definitely happen.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be part of the time also, since that one isn't exclusive. It'll have to happen during Sony's time.
I mean, we know that they're working on that DLC right now.
Oh yeah, I mean the DLC's happening. I don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping a whole bunch more animal robots that
Please.
I can run around and shoot with a bow and arrow.
That game is
all I
just
really
too
care
perfect.
about.
Too perfect.
You said the map's pretty big already, right?
The map's pretty big already, but I mean it could be larger, and I hope that they do expand out into different
I
territories.
was gonna say, is there something like
we
other
can have a
tribes.
whole conversation on what the DLC can be. I would
Which
love
we
to have
did.
a conversation.
We did on time. But yeah, no, we can move on. So yeah, VR
To be
though.
continued.
Yeah, VR. They have to push VR harder.
Mm-hmm.
They have to get PS4 Pros into people's homes.
Yes.
So,
and we know they've been selling really well, though. They've said
Yeah.
selling well. They even said numbers. Because if a company doesn't give their numbers, then it's because they don't want to tell you how much they've been selling.
Yeah.
So I don't remember the numbers, but yeah, they've been doing pretty good.
But either way, so I think VR is a big thing, and I do hope that they push something really, really well, and I hope that VR works out really awesome. I just recently got back into, because I own a Gear VR for my phone. Just recently got back into it, and I had forgotten how awesome VR gaming actually can be, and how trippy it can be once you take that thing off.
You know what? When I first saw it, I was like, this is gonna suck. This is, like, why does everything have to go into this 3D VR, whatever?
Yeah.
I tried my sister-in-law's Gear headset as well, and
Yeah.
I was just like, oh,
See,
why?
that's what I
why
thought.
am I falling in love with this?
Yeah, that's what I thought also. I was like, okay, VR is nice. It would be cool if it happened.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it working well.
Yeah.
And then even just the limited stuff that I can do with my Gear, I was already like, holy crap, this is awesome. Like, playing a shooter like this would be amazing.
I wish
but
I
don't
had
have
VR
PS4
for
Pro.
Resident
Red Dead on
So-
VR.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I had it for Res 7, man. Like, I really do. Because that game was so good, and I thought to myself, this in VR would be the perfect experience. So I think they need to push it a lot more because they have it. They need to put some more out there. They need to let the fans know what's going to happen. I hope that they bring up something about Vita. Like, we know it's dead here in the States, but at least cater a little bit to those people. Now, I don't know if this is a dream of mine, but I think with what happened to the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy that's going to be coming out, which I can't wait. I'm stoked to love Crash Bandicoot. I think what's going to happen at E3 this year, call me crazy, but we're probably going to see a trailer for the exact same remaster they did for Crash, but for Spyro from the original PlayStation.
Really?
I would love a Spyro trilogy.
I would love that,
Oh,
man.
I would play that so hard.
Yeah, man.
I played those
I'm not
games
gonna
a
lie.
lot,
Like, I have, I have some of the Spyro games on my PS3, like downloaded as the virtual console
Really?
games. Like,
Nice,
yeah, I
man.
loved Spyro. So yeah, no, I would love that. I would love to see Spyro come back. Crash Bandicoot, of course. I mean, they already have Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
The trilogy.
Dude,
They
I
might,
love Jack and
they
Daxter.
might just. I mean, they've already done with everything
They're
else.
already bringing
Why
them
not?
back to the
But
PlayStation
bring it,
2
like,
thing.
knock it back up to the PS4. I
Yeah.
have it for the PS3, but man, if I could just get all my games on the freaking PS4,
Yeah.
get rid of a console. But yeah, bring back all those classics. Spyro would be an amazing next step.
Yeah. Have you seen Insane Trilogy? Like, they really did something with that, man. Like, it's
I've
the
seen
same
some
layout.
stuff, not a ton. I've never been. I mean, like, Crash Bandicoot's fun. Don't get me wrong. There, I really love the games, but I wasn't like a hardcore diehard
Yeah.
like Crash Bandicoot person.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it wasn't my whole life.
Yeah.
So
First time I ever played that, I was like in Kentucky.
I'm sorry.
What's a Bandicoot?
No, it was yeah. Well, no.
No, they
It
knew
was
what they
interesting.
knew what a Bandicoot was.
Well, we had just gotten in a car wreck, like on our way cross country,
Uh-huh.
and we lost everything. And so we were staying with some family friends that were in Kentucky, my dad's old Navy buddy, and the neighbor girl had Crash Bandicoot, and we go over there, and she felt bad for us because like we didn't have anything. or any like toys or anything. We were real little, and so we like
This
went over there and
sounds
would
so
play Crash
depressing.
Bandicoot with them.
Yeah, dude.
They were bright, and I was like, "This game's pretty cool. I like it a lot." You know.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever played that. It is a really depressing story, but it like
crazy, dude.
it was like, yeah, but I mean, out of that depressing story came something that I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, interesting.
So see, now you have to get a PS4,
Right.
like everyone else who has sense. But no, I don't think anything for the Vita is going to happen. I think the Vita is basically, I mean, the Vita is dead in the States. You're right, but the States isn't really the target demographic for handheld in the first place. Japan is the target demographic.
You leave that
for
to
handheld.
TGS. Tokyo Game Show.
And yeah, so I mean, if they're going to do anything for that, they'll leave that to a Japanese show.
Yeah.
And then beyond that,
Yep.
Nintendo holds that market. So like tight.
Yeah.
And the Vita has not broken into it.
Yeah, man. So, I'm trying to think. Is there any final thoughts I can put into this? No, I think we practically covered it. And honestly, I think. Well, I don't think they're gonna show that here. Yeah, that's our topic here on Sony impressions for
9 minutes
E3.
into the morning,
So, man, dude,
right?
weird how we're still wearing the same clothes from last week, bro.
Crazy.
Jeez, Louise.
And it's so dark.
Man, we've been up.
Oh.